Plus 9,
would
Thomas.
This would be a knowledge roll. This would be Arcana.
How is this Arcana?
Because Arcana covers alchemy.
What? Science! Give me
Alchemy
the science
supplies
roll.
is like doing the science, man.
Yeah, but like, come on. A guy with plus 9, definitely.
So, you know that dead man's bile is only created by certain types of undead monstrosities when they're fused together by a necromancer.
That's not what I was thinking it would be at all. I figured we just had to kill a guy and steal some of them.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, right.
Now
Convenient,
we,
yeah,
now,
right?
now
It's
we
like,
have
we
to
can
kill
take
a
care of that
fucking
one.
golem.
Now, dead man's bile is one of the things created when a soul is ripped back from beyond the pale to reanimate a corpse or a bunch of corpses sewn together. It is one of the things that fuses a mass of corpses into a horrifying monster.
Lovely.
We just gotta kill Frankenstein, no problem.
Right, yeah, no big. It's fine.
And then thalmoformic acid is not something you have heard of before still.
With a 22?
The 22.
May
I know
make a rule
everything.
You do not.
On,
That's not how that works.
You do know, however, that formic acid is the scientific name for something given or acid that is commonly secreted by insects.
Oh, yeah, that is familiar.
And so that gives you some sort of worrying ideas about what formic acid might be. Also, someone drew
So it's magical insect
a
acid.
man here with a long nose and very hairy eyeball.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's a palm
that
tree.
guy.
Ants in my eyes, Johnson.
That's a palm tree.
Kyle, would you want to have your own bathrobe?
No, I told you one at a time.
So it's magic insect acid.
Sounds like it.
That would be a safe guess.
Although, don't promise to get one for Christmas for me.
It's not a
though,
guess.
because That's what everyone agreed to get me for Christmas, like, over
Well,
a
you
year.
haven't heard of it before, so
Yes.
it technically is.
So
Listen,
just
we're
like,
not
oh,
going to
you-
sit here and argue about whether it is or is not a guess.
Right?
Big deal about it.
And not a good use of our time.
Prefixes have definitions. Alright.
And then I did it. They're like, "You know, the homework and stuff, you
So,
know, Christmas
we
present."
have some ideas
That's not
Mhm.
about what might
Sorry,
be
I
some
need to put
next
myself on
steps.
mute here. Hang on.
Or just fine.
Yeah.
We have some ideas about what some next steps might be for acquiring these.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it
Alex, you
mentioned
Mute that or
Yeah, I'm trying. Hang on. It takes a second to switch over here.
I'll just mute him.
There you go.
it
you're
mentions
not muted.
in
You're
the
not
robot's
muted.
notes several times.
Now he is.
There he
My-
goes. It mentions several times in the robot's notes that he received help from some perfectly lovely and very kind magical beings who seemed to claim some kind of dominion over the swamp.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
Ah, shit.
And it occurs to you that that if he was getting so much help in figuring all this out from the hags, why didn't they mention it to you?
They
Good
thought we'd
question.
die here.
Because they're cunts.
Yeah, they're hags. They're
Like
cunts.
all hags.
That's strange coming from a tiny little gnomish girl.
Why? Am I an adult? I've heard that term before.
You look like you're 5.
Okay, but I'm still an adult. I'm older than you.
Probably. But I'm going to treat you like a child still.
I'm not older than you. How old are you? I was older. How old is Rox?
He's in his 50s.
Oh yeah, you're older. A little bit. It shows more on you. Though.
Smidgen.
Well, I look like a 20-year-old, or 30-year-old.
Well, I'm like 45, so. How old did I say exactly? 47. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm still gonna treat you. I don't know anything about gnomes.
Anyway. Well, I guess there's nothing I can do. Hey, monk guy, why don't you pray to a god? Like, meditate. Like,
I don't think
Yeah.
that's how monks aren't. They don't. What?
what? They don't
pray to
meditate?
God.
Monks meditate.
They do, but not to a god.
I mean,
He's not a cleric. He's not a priest.
Nirvana, all that stuff, you know. Basically God. Depends how you define God. Not everything as a god has to have a persona attached. Also, we're gonna take a long rest.
Already did, I think, didn't we?
Well, I asked, and then Thomas is like, well, you tried to take one in the swamp, and then the Catoblepus attacked you. And then you tried to take one on the tower, and the skeletons attacked you. All of which essentially summarized to me that we didn't take a long rest.
You
So-
did get a long rest before the Catoblepus attacked you.
Yeah. That doesn't
Um,
help.
And we definitely
was-
needed one afterwards.
The Catoblepus then
You
attacked
will
us,
have at
and
this,
now I'm
at
fucked
this
up
point
again.
you will have taken one up here because you've got rid of all the crazy shit.
Yeah. Everyone should
That's
be
what I'm
at.
saying.
Everyone should be at like max health and all that.
Just want my hit dice back.
We only get happy that.
More than I have with my tea.
Yeah.
Actually, how many does Mati have now? Was it this game that was rolling poorly, or your game that was rolling poorly?
Could have been both.
No, there was one night where I like crit in your game, and then like crit failed in some other game. So I don't remember if it was your game that I crit a lot, or which game was the good one, you know? Anyway, I guess I'll cast Detect Magic? But what do we want to look for? We could try to find some dragon stomach acid. That seems kind of dangerous.
We could ask one nicely.
Yeah, we could say, hey, could you vomit up for us a bit?
It's for a good cause.
Yeah. What color dragon?
It doesn't say.
Probably a
I
green
think that's
dragon.
important.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
They do different things.
You know who might know is those 3 nice ladies we met.
4 nice ladies.
Those 4 nice ladies we met.
Listen, I know
one of
there
them
was
is
twins,
very
but-
forgettable.
What? No, I have all their names.
They're very forgettable.
We got Mother Motley, Sister Wormwood, and then we have the twins, Sister Nightshade and Sister Hemlock.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
that's what threw me off there because they're twins. I just thought they were one person split
One
in half.
super hag? No, they're
Yeah.
twins.
Why do twins activate?
Form of creepy old woman.
Nailed it.
Anyway. He said we could track stuff if I cast Detect Magic with a little extra oomph up here, though.
Yeah, let's just go find a dragon and just.
So what do you wanna? Well, we could look for something else. Maybe the Mist
Alright, I'm
Hunters.
No. So hypothetically,
You know the Mist Hunters are in this swamp.
Roboticus probably just went around and just killed these things and probably just left whatever he didn't want there. So there might be more acid in their stinking corpses.
Oh, I still have Alex. Check on me.
Yeah, I haven't muted myself anymore. I don't know if you guys have me unmuted.
Well, I
now.
manually muted you.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So if you have Alex muted, you can unmute him.
I do not
Yeah.
have Alex muted. There we go. I can hear him just fine.
Lovely. That lovely voice.
Excellent.
Unlike the ugly ginger voice.
Uh
Shudder.
huh. That's racist.
You're not a race. You're not even human.
I'm not human.
So again, I'm gonna ask. Did I cast Detect Magic to track something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm communing right now with my spear of ancientness, but I haven't received.
Well, okay. Listen, all right. It takes me more than 8 seconds to just
No,
ancient
it's
wisdom,
fine.
All right,
I'm telling them to wait.
He's updating us.
Yeah,
Let
I'm
me-
telling
to
you,
be
limbs
so
are relaxed.
fucking touchy about
Let
it.
me
Deep
just
breaths.
You and Steve,
wrench some
you and
sage
Steve, when you guys
advice
DM, get
straight
so
out of
fucking
my
high
asshole for
stress.
you.
It's a pretty tense job, you know. It's fair.
Yeah, but they don't handle it well.
It takes a toll, for sure.
Can't wait for your game, Eric.
Looking forward to it.
I'm so looking forward to it.
You can rape as many girls as you want in it.
I'm not
Mhm.
going to do that.
Mhm.
I take some girls hostage and rape them.
Hmm.
That's just the campaign. Like I just
Hmm.
go from town to town demanding tribute.
So just straight like old school barbarians.
Yeah, basically.
Just fucking
I
up
demand
monasteries.
food and your prettiest virgins. Don't give me
Maybe
none of
some-
them ugly ones. Or I'll be back.
Would you
So,
even have seen enough
I'm
women
gonna-
to
I'm
know
gonna-
who did
as
My
I
that?
finish,
virgins,
like-
you ask?
Mhm.
Because I like to hear them cry.
All right, so moving on from that to
Wow.
literally anything else.
I just wanted to get dark.
Yeah, no, hey, I mean, yeah, sometimes it's what you need. But so I finish by sort of communing / practicing spear forms, and I turn to the party and I say that this is definitely a delicate situation. We are standing on more crossroads than we think we are. And we should be cautious about who we trust and whether or not who they're trusting is also trustworthy.
And then everyone says, "See, this is why nobody asks monks for advice."
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry.
Boy, that sure is helpful.
Look, I'm just giving you
have-
guys what I got, all right? Doesn't
We
always
have,
say
like-
it's the most helpful.
Mm.
Don't like it, spend your resources on cryptic information.
Well, I don't have anyone here to persuade to give us information
So it sounds like
or
what we should
insight
do
to interrogate them.
if we're gonna take my personal interpretation of it.
Is not
Is,
trust the hag.
Well, yeah, definitely not. Absolutely not.
So,
But
are
we should also be very careful about what order of events we take. This collecting these things, to make sure that I don't know, that we don't do it out of whack. It seems like it's like we should be very careful about how we approach this whole thing.
Yeah, there's probably a lot.
I
Of,
suggest
mean,
going after the
Do we
easiest
even know
sounding
if this guy's home cooked recipe for an anathema will even work? I mean, he's a fucking crazy robot.
not to mention, we just kind of
feeding
like
on moss, you
and,
know,
yeah, and we just kind of like
who
found
died
an
the very
anathema,
same moss he was eating. So
and
like,
it's made out of them.
are we really gonna trust an anathema that he just like homebrewed?
Yeah, I'd rather trust the
No, I
natural
mean-
anathema.
No, it looks
these things
legit.
Make.
Yeah, I was saying it didn't sound like it was something he just made up. It sounded like something he researched.
I'd
Also,
rather-
by the way,
I'd
it
rather
now
take
occurs
the-
to everyone that you should probably look in the Necronomicon to see if Shykorth has a page in there.
I was gonna say we should
Oh,
probably use
yeah.
the natural anathema these things create themselves. I think making one would be very dangerous.
That's a good point.
It's like, what research has he done? It's not like he has an old god just sitting in the basement ready to be experimented on.
Oh, well, that answers that question.
The comedic timing of this note is incredible.
This wasn't added on the fly. This is just how it's written. That's beautiful. All right. So here's the thing that I'm most concerned about is it seems like this Roboticus was pretty demented by this thing by the end. So I don't know if we can trust his or its understanding of what needs doing. It may be completely off base by the time it started putting this information together, or it just may have been like subtly corrupted. but we don't have a better direction to at least explore in, as long as we can make sure we avoid being corrupted by this stuff ourselves.
I don't think we have much of a. It's a valid point, but I don't think we have much of a choice because I don't think we have an unlimited time frame to research all this. Nor do we even have the capacity to do the research that he did, assuming that he was much more powerful than us.
Hmm.
So we'll have to take a leap of faith here and do it.
Hmm.
Aroxian did bring up a good point. You think to yourselves in character, that you do know that as an infallible rule of the things that should not be, something always lands with them when they come to a new realm. Because they always, as part of sort of the cosmic bargain they strike to travel across the stars and between realms,
They lose it.
they have to bring part of themselves with them. They can't travel from one place to another without bringing a piece of themselves along. It sounds like Roboticus knew that there was going to be an additional step. However, you do wonder if maybe he was missing a step. If there's also not only a part of Shykorth that you would need to go find from its home plane and bring it back, but also something that was here. Maybe you need both those pieces. Just like
So we
how
have to locate that.
Just like how the dagger had an assembled handle and blade with the 6 gems. There were multiple pieces. Maybe this has multiple pieces as well.
So in his notes, does it say where he knows where Shykoth landed?
So you can only assume that the crude map that he left in there, detailing his journey through the Ivory Bog to try and see Shykorth, would tell you where it originally landed. Just like how you guys never actually invaded Shalnath's landing site. But you do know that he had something of a presence there.
Yeah.
You can only assume that this would be the same place, since from what you read in the Necronomicon, it would appear that Shykorth's main body is probably largely immobile, since it's more plant than animal.
Yep.
See.
Ooh, that means if we can just find where the main body is, its anathema's probably right near it.
Yeah.
And
Very
it can't,
possible.
And it can't do anything about it. It's probably living in a state of constant fear because it's right there. So if it takes over this huge area and no one can just trudge through it to find his body, then they can't stop it.
And further, it doesn't seem like it has a lot of sentient servants like our previous foe did. It just seems to have a lot of mindless zombie sort of things.
It's got a lot of mass, but not a lot of smarts.
Yeah.
Well, we know it's in Feldale.
It's somewhere in Feldale. It's gotta be.
Probably
Yes,
beneath.
the map that the robot drew takes you to. You know what? Let's mark it on your guys' map here. Wait just a second. So let's bring you guys to the map. Bring you guys way the fuck. All right, I'm gonna have to briefly drop you through to one screen and then drop you to a new screen, just so I can scoot everything over. There we go. You're on the map, and if you zoom into the Ivory Bogs, I'm going to go ahead and freehand a little something here. The objects layer. So you originally started in Feldale. That green X.
Yeah.
You traveled north. You traveled to stop this. You traveled north to this part. That's where the Wizard's Tower is.
Okay.
The place the robot traveled to is here.
Yep, it went
in
to
the middle of a very large lake with a big island in the center.
Well, that would make sense.
Would it though?
Yeah, if it's in the water, it's probably protected
And this-
enough from adventurers.
And this water just flows everywhere, slowly spreading his corruption.
Mhm.
Kind of an ideal spot. So what we need here is like a giant moldicide.
So what you're saying is Thomas lied to me.
What? I didn't lie to
Well,
you.
in my note, I looked through an orange crystal
Uh-huh.
and I saw big plant roots and a large bulb in the heart of Feldale.
So I meant to say, when I said Feldale, I meant to say the Ivory Bogs. I'm sorry, I get them confused. So
See?
originally,
He did lie to me.
I did lie to you. You're correct.
Thomas, you're going to prison now.
When
DM prison.
so when I originally drew this map in the proto planning stages, originally the whole area was called Feldale, and the town was called something different. I don't remember what I originally called the town. I decided to later change those names, but I still get them mixed up all the time.
Nigga, what?
All I heard was "nigga, what?"
It was real soft too.
Yeah, it was soft and perfect.
Utterly
Anyway,
bewildered.
so I'm sorry if I get that mixed up. It happens. I contain
Indeed.
the workings of a universe inside my mind. All right.
You contain something, but I'm not sure it's that.
Hey, I do too, Thomas. Beautiful workings of a universe with a crab with a knife that no one explored.
I did a little.
Oh.
Totally, it was not improvised. Was 100% planned.
Of course.
Crab with a knife.
Very scary.
Can't-
This is going to be every enemy from now on, is crab with a knife.
Crab knife.
And they better change
Like-
color so we know that they're different.
Yeah, it's like a red
Yeah.
crab with the knife, so the knife's
Blue
like
crab
slightly
with
hot.
a knife.
Blue-
Slightly different
Mm.
shade of red crab
Ice
with a
crab.
knife.
Green crab, plant crab.
Air
Crab with one of those serrated bread knives. Does
Ooh.
bleeding
Yep.
damage.
Ooh,
Um,
that's nasty right there.
And then bonus stage, lobster with a knife.
The final boss.
It's like the equivalent of the cow level.
Yeah, right.
What's better than crab with knife? Two crab with knife.
But only one knife. They share.
Arrow crab with knife. He throws knives.
All right. So, give me one quick second. Let me go. I could only find one sock to put on my feet, so my other foot is cold. Let me go put another sock.
What's the
Probably
temperature in
gets jerked
Florida
off
right
into
now,
the other
guys?
one.
54
Cool.
out. It's 54 out.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's in the 30s, and we had a couple inches of snow last night.
Mhm.
Nice.
I ain't getting the snow, but it's 29 here.
It's kind of bizarre. That snowstorm came through the south first, and I was seeing pictures of my friends who live in Atlanta, like posting pictures like, "Hey, it's snowing in Atlanta." I was like, "Wait, it snowed in the fucking south before the north?"
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And
I
then
saw
it
it
was that
snowed
same-
all over fucking East Texas too.
Yep.
Mhm.
Alabama, they were all posting these weird pictures of them in the snow.
Mhm.
What do we do? What do we
God,
do?
what is this nightmare?
I have a
Someone
10,
save us.
I have a 10-foot lifted truck. I ain't going out there, man.
Mhm. Hey man, without snow tires, that shit's just a death trap anyway.
Yep. Alright, we get some cider.
All right. So while you are all talking about different things, you see a little sparkle of magic, and the circle lights up again. You look over, and Lily has done something with the pot. You hear a high-pitched whistling noise as she pulls a small gadget out and attunes it. Everything flashes, magic happens, and you see a little trail shoot off to the west, like a little trail of sparkles fly through the air, headed that way.
Ah, 420, blaze it. So I don't know how far away it is, roughly.
You see it fly out into the swamp and fly down beneath the trees in a little poof of sparkles above the tree line, maybe 5 or 6 miles away.
Whoa, that was cool, Lily.
Now the question is, can I track more than one time?
So it looks like right now the circle and the resulting magic from it that is going to help you find out where that just went.
It's probably only one
That little-
symbol.
Tracking beacon, yeah, it can only track one at a time.
Okay, who's got a parachute?
And you'll notice
I
that
throwed the gnome off the top of the tower.
This kills the gnome.
Right.
What? Don't you have the boots of levitation by now?
No, the robot still has them.
I know.
He's not giving them up.
They're on my
So,
feet forever.
the circle that you are, or the symbol for this alchemical circle that the pot was on has started to glow. Looks
Hmm.
like it's been activated as being tracked.
The 2 symbol. Got it.
Yep.
The old II.
Well, let's go check it out, boys.
All right.
My pretty boys, my beautiful boys.
Okay, please stop. That
Yeah,
was
it's
that was
starting to get really
that was
weird.
me, Steven. That wasn't a Roxian. That was me, Steven, saying, please.
I
stop.
murdered my boy. I murdered my son.
I'm freaking out right now.
You know what? We're just gonna.
Thomas, take us away from here, please.
All right, just slide right past that. Ugh.
There we go. But it's December. Do you have any December songs?
But
But that are not Christmassy. Are just December.
Wake me up
let's see here.
when December ends. There you
Fuck
go.
that.
I will fucking take it. Thomas, is that worthy of inspiration?
Plus
Yeah,
one.
hang on a second. Let me actually add it on there.
Inspired to get the answer faster so you don't have to hear it anymore.
Listen, that's called role playing.
Exactly. See? And you thought that lizard folk can't sing. Just because we're completely atonal and have no way of providing proper
Listen, the
inflection.
fact that you have vocal cords at all is amazing.
Right? I surprise myself sometimes.
I'll take 8-bit Feliz Navidad.
It's perfect. It fits the mood ideally.
It really does.
All right, for real though. Let's get my frightening soundscape going here. There we go.
Ooh, spooky.
Listen, guys, you can't spook me like that.
If only we could have done this whole segment in October.
Alright.
Right?
Well, you know.
Appropriate spooky.
That's alright. It's always October.
Yeah, this whole thing is spooky. You guys,
Yeah. There needs to be like a version of like, you know how it's like, oh, it's St. Patty's Day, everyone's Irish. It needs to be like, oh, it's a Wednesday, it's always Halloween.
all
I
right.
just want
So
more Halloween in my life, really.
you guys can go ahead and drop yourself wherever you you'd like to on this map here.
Oh, god dang it.
You
Where
would
does it
have-
stand up?
After
Can you give us like a general, like, quadrant?
northeast would have been roughly the direction you are coming from here.
Okay.
Eric, why are you like this?
Did it in my game too, and that's why I didn't say nothing.
It's like 10 of them. That's actually pretty good.
I'm not getting rid of those. You're gonna have to
I got it.
there we go.
There you go.
Like, I'm
figure out
not
how
going
to-
through and so you get to this point, looking around. It definitely seems like that little puff of sparkles came from somewhere around here, and in fact, the the small object that that Lily seems to have whipped up to crack this is buzzing and whooping and flashing all sorts of different colors in her hand.
Is it like trying to get to the end of a rainbow, where like you get to the end and you can't see the rainbow anymore because you're not positioned properly to see the rainbow?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it's like.
Sounds legit.
You know it's got to be somewhere around here. The only clue as to what's differentiating this from the other parts of the swamp is that it does seem that there were some old boards laid around. Why? Old boards laid around here
Mhm.
from when this seems to have been traversed long ago by maybe some loggers, some or other horrible horribly ill-fated ventures.
We still need
You
food
ever,
for
you
the
ever
show,
wonder
guys.
about those RPGs? Like when you're
I
going
do,
to
but
a place and there's lit torches and like who lit these? This place hasn't had anyone in it in 500 years. Like how are these boards not here and not rotted? You know?
Mhm.
And they are rotted out. They're just not rotted through, dissolved. Remember, there was a fairly prosperous logging operation in Felldale, and you're not too far away. You're only about a day out. There does appear to be
Okay.
a lot of timber around here. That's
I'm just saying, like in general.
in general, yeah.
Yeah, like I was
Um,
playing Poe, and then there's like these. I'm in a submerged underground passage that had just drained, and there's like these wood bridges here. I'm like, these would have rotted.
Mhm.
These sodden.
Sorry, Desiree walked past my my screen and looked at what I can see on the screen, but you can't see on the screen, and she was like, so I had to like mute the microphone.
Then he tells us about it.
Right.
True. Listen, all right.
3
y'all are on a
Manticore.
new screen. It's set up to where there's a lot of space to move around. You guys already knew some shit was gonna go down, all right?
Yeah, we did.
Like, let's be completely honest here. Nobody was like, I'll bet we're just gonna find something and then we'll never use this carefully prepared screen again.
Guys, you can't believe this.
It's the only, it's the only thing better than one.
Mhm.
Oh no, Patrick, what's worse than 2 bubbles? 1 bubble. 2 bubbles.
Mhm.
Alright,
So-
can I look around and trying to silently look ahead with my better eyes?
What do your elf eyes see?
Yeah.
So the only thing of any real note out here that you can divine is in that center boggy portion. There's a
This-
big mound.
This one?
Let me go back to the map layer so you can see this ping. Right there.
Uh-huh.
In the center of all that, the big mound. It looks like kind of an opening in it. It could be a large boulder, but it looks like it may very well be clogging something up. Like there might be something beneath it.
Hmm.
You can see glimmerings of what looks like some kind of opening, maybe.
Hmm.
All right.
It definitely bears sending the least likable member of your party in to investigate.
Alright,
All right, Lily.
Wait, why Lily? What did she do?
Spawn a little strife
The
there.
betrayal was so real.
Right.
What
I just
did
like to
Lily
I'm
ever
ready
do?
to assume that it's me.
You're the most useful member of our party.
You're
Yeah.
the only person who can take a hit and not immediately die.
He's also
That's
the
not
person who
true. I
always
have
takes all the
32
hits.
HP.
Besides, strangely enough, the wizard.
Right.
Anyway, shouldn't our survival experts be an expert in treasure and stuff be the one leading the way?
That would be ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
wouldn't that
guess
make
so.
sense?
Or the monk.
Alright.
You know, he's
Over.
stealthy and armored.
Can I
I'm
roll
just
a
gonna
stealth check?
levitate.
Everyone, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. 22.
Group cell.
Thomas, do I get a bonus for being able to hover slightly over the ground and not make any sound?
Wow, we're
Yes,
all rolling
you get
high.
advantage.
Don't you fuck this up.
All right.
Good.
Well, good thing he had advantage because he didn't fuck it up as bad as he could have.
Okay, so accompanied by the the soft padding of boots from the party and the soft of Spellion hovering behind everyone
The earth
sound like
doesn't
a
deserve to
vacuum?
touch my feet.
like a teeny
That
tiny
was really
vacuum
loud.
cleaner.
But hilarious.
You make your way over to a little bit closer to the bulge in the ground here.
Mm-hmm.
And none of you were truly surprised to see this, but the bulge is moving slightly.
Hey yo.
Shoot.
Desiree,
Shoot
don't.
Desiree,
Comments in the
don't.
fucking peanut gallery over there.
All right. I mean, that didn't surprise me in the slightest. You know.
I'll go back to saying the mound.
That's really not that
That's
better.
I guess.
It's not that much better.
That's how you know you married the right one, I guess.
So, the Mons is moving. There, we'll just switch two words in a different language. That's gotta be better, right?
Yeah.
I'll throw a rock near it.
Oh Lord.
You pick up a rock, throw it near it. There's a sploosh, and ripples form out. Ripples kind of go around the rock, and
Where is it exactly on the map?
Araxian is already gone.
All
It's
right.
right
we
there.
go.
It's in the center.
See, it's a perfect ripples.
Oh, I thought it was on the ground. You said there was a bulge. I thought it was on the like in the ground. Like, oh.
It's
Mhm.
it's half submerged in the water. You can't tell what it is. It's also covered in moss and mold. But it slowly starts to get bigger. And yeah, you make another joke. Go ahead, I'll wait.
No, it's fine.
I am taking this actually very seriously because this is dangerous, guys, and it's a planned encounter. You didn't
that-
roll any numbers to see what we were fighting, so I'm very wary.
Yes. No, this is a thing that was going to happen. It slowly stands up, and
I ready my longbow.
you see something truly horrible. But first, before I can tell you what it is, I need everyone to roll me a
Insight
Oh.
check.
no. It could be a lore check.
Lore is not a button.
Why did they take lore away?
They turned
You're
it
right,
into
it's-
history,
But
All right.
history to me
History's
has
so bad.
and they split it
a
up into
slightly
two
different
things. Like
connotation.
spell lore is arcana, but it's not a detect magic or identify. It's like because when people cast spells, it's in a language that no one can understand except for the spellcaster.
Yeah. Like Arcana I get, but
History is just like
it's broader is what kind of bothers me, and it covers things that are different.
it's meta
Than
knowledge.
lore.
It's do I
Yeah.
know? Yeah, that's what it is. It's when someone says, "Can I roll for meta knowledge?" It's gonna be like history or arcana.
Mm-hmm.
He's like knowledge about this, like a random critter that we encounter doesn't, like, history doesn't feel appropriate for it.
Yeah.
Well, Thomas gets ready. Are you guys gonna work at my cidery?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
You're gonna have to move up here though.
Can you guys hear me?
I mean,
Yeah.
I would rather move up there if I could.
Hey,
Yeah.
my all my shit disconnected and like stopped working for a second.
Oh, fun.
Isn't Windows
So I was
great?
like, oh god.
I like how you first talked to us as Alex's weapon.
Yeah, because I still had it selected as like the thing on accident.
I just say I love how cats' first instinct when something scares them is, I'm just gonna beat the shit out of
yeah, I'm a smack it.
it.
Oh, metronome cats are the greatest because they twitch in time. Like, what other species is that athletic that they can twitch in time?
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll nature, everybody.
I
Mhm.
just rolled history.
Roll nature.
Just change my modifier.
Oh, I'm not good at nature.
Nature's a 3, so I got a 20.
I got 19.
I over here getting not that. So
What's
cool.
nature?
Nature. I thought that was
That
nurture.
outside?
Wait, now I'm
Hey,
confused.
nature, you scary.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So we'll use the 19.
Oh, I got a 20.
Did you? It didn't show up.
Yeah, I'm not rolling again. I got a good roll. I'll just change my modifier.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Took me a second.
Mm.
Yes. Okay. So we'll
That's
use
more
the
like
20. So long ago, this would have been more easily recognizable as a hill giant. However, large parts of flesh are missing or consumed parts of it are mutated beyond recognition. It has an extra arm growing out of its back. Its face is a twisted mass of pulsating orange mold, and it is generally one of the most terrifying things you've ever seen in your life. It's also headed right for you as it stands up to its full height, roars this unsettling guttural roar, and charges you with
Don't
its
say
head
it,
down.
Thomas. Don't say it.
And it says, "Roll for initiative."
No!
Already done.
He did it. Guys, he did it.